After 8 years of loving and hating Unity, I'm seriously considering switching to Godot. But the last time I tried it, I wasn't really convinced. So now I hired 4 Godot developers with different budgets on Fiverr to build the same game to see if it's finally production ready. The challenge was to make a Vampire Survivors-like game, either in 2D or 3D. And then I'll rate each game on graphics, gameplay, and just overall polish. And you can find all the developers' links down in the description. So with that, I went on Fiverr, the sponsor of this video, to find our first Godot freelancer with a budget of $25, which isn't a whole lot. And that's where I found Conduit Benzi, and I'm so sorry if I pronounced that incorrectly, from Vietnam, a level 2 seller with some really great reviews. So let's see what kind of game we got delivered in 5 days. I like that there's a little menu. That's already a lot for a $25 game. The Vampire Survivors are basically walking simulators. The graphics are really simple, but honestly, it's already a really good job for $25. We have a wave system, we have an auto shooting system, and we have an upgrade system. I kind of wish the character would flip direction. Oh, I don't think any of these buttons work actually. All right, so let's do fire rate to see if it actually does increase the fire rate, and it does seem to do that. Yellow enemies are projectile speed are significantly faster than the blue ones, so there's already some variation in enemies. Move speed? Okay, wow, that is very fast for the move speed. I felt like that is not a 0.2 upgrade. Let's see if I do this. Oh, wow. Okay. Oh, it's very easy to die. I just realized the waves aren't updated properly because I was like, how do I keep getting upgrades, but I'm still on wave 1, unless wave 1 is just ridiculously difficult and I just don't know how to play this game. I don't really think the XP bar is doing anything. It just kind of seems to stay there a little bit. And they have the coins that drop that I could collect, but it's cool that it auto picks it up. So now for the ratings, we have under the graphics category. Obviously, this is a very basic prototype. For $25, I would give this a 6 or 7 out of 10. I did not mean to make that joke. Now for the gameplay, it did exactly what I wanted it to. It was an auto shooter. There was just 1 variation of projectiles and 2 variations of enemies. Overall, I'd give it a 6, 7 out of 10. I swear I'm not doing that on purpose. And for the polish, there was a main menu and there is some UI, which is good, but the XP bar didn't really change. The waves didn't change. The game over screen, the restart buttons didn't really work. So I'd give polish a 5 out of 10, but I mean, it is a prototype, and if I were to bring up these issues, they would have easily fixed them. So it's important to take that into account. Our next developer is Coco Noodle, I really like that name, with a budget of $40. A highly rated level 1 seller from Mexico. After around 8 days, this was the result. Look at that transition. Ooh. All right, now for our second developer, we have a main menu, which is a great indicator. Oh my God, this light. Press any key to start. Oh my God. Okay, this one has sound effects. That was very loud. Okay, wow. Okay, now we got some screen shake going on here. We have custom little doodles. This is so cute, actually. Sprite does flip, and oh, the hitbox is very unforgiving. Wow, this is very polished. Stronger than ever. Okay, I actually love this so much. Oh, that was fast. Is it supposed to be that quick? We have a timer, we have the score, we have our health. So this game seems to be more forgiving than the previous one. So this is the bar for going to the next wave, which I'm guessing is what the previous game would have had, but it wasn't updating properly. Okay, so it's pretty simple. It's kind of the same idea, obviously, but it's way more polished and more unique. And for the budget, honestly, this is so good. I don't know if I'm detecting enough difficulty increase in the enemies compared to my level. Again, it just depends on the balancing of the game. This one is definitely slower paced. But now I do see more enemies coming along. Also, I'm sick. That's why my voice sounds so gloomy. See what happens? Okay. Does it work? It does. So now for the ratings, we have graphics. The characters were super cute and they all mixed in really well together. The moving background is very simple. I'm not super a fan of it, so I'll give it a 9 out of 10. The gameplay was also very solid. It did exactly what it was supposed to do. I'm not sure too much about the balance because the speed didn't really seem to increase that much, or it was just probably such a minuscule increase in speed that it's just so hard to tell. But it's definitely getting more difficult as the waves progress. Since we only have one type of projectile, I think I'll give it a 7 out of 10. It's pretty good. And now for the polish. Obviously, this one was really, really well polished for the budget. I think this one deserves a 10 out of 10. It had sound effects, it had music, it had custom drawn characters, it had screen shake. I mean, what else can we ask for? Next up, we have Lucas, a developer from Argentina and a repeat participator of our challenges. Previously, he had made a really cool top-down wave-based city destroyer for our Fiverr game engine challenge. So with a budget of $190 and a delivery time of around 2 weeks, here was the final result. Whoa, this is cool. What the heck? Oh, this is really unique, actually. So not only is it 3D, but it has this cool spherical effect. Oh, a little bit of lag there when I killed the enemy. Oh. Oh, okay. So I'm guessing this adds more enemies. It's not lagging as much as before. What happens if I hit something? No, okay. I think it was just a small lag spike at the beginning. I really like how the projectiles warp around the space. Oh. Shoot. Okay, so there is a loose screen here. It's kind of hard to tell what the bottom bar is for. I think it's the health bar, and the top bar is just the XP. I wish there was just a little bit more variation in the pitch of the projectile shooting, just because it's just very repetitive. This game is actually much more difficult because I have to actually aim towards where I want it to shoot. So I think the strategy here is to really increase your speed first so you can like turn easily, because you have to be able to aim very well here. So far, all the games just have one type of projectile. Like, if I just unfocus my eyes, I feel like I'm tripping out low-key. Okay, so for the graphics, so I think this is the only game that's in 3D, and I think it's really cool, the idea. The wireframe and going around the world was really unique. So I'll give it a 9 out of 10, which is really high, just because it's something really cool that I did not expect at all. The gameplay is very similar as the other two, but now you have to kind of aim at the direction. Some of the upgrades were kind of too repeated, so I wish there was a little more variation in the upgrades. And I feel like because I had to aim at a certain direction, it was kind of hard not to die because the ships follow so closely behind you. So I'll give it a solid 6 out of 10. And for polish, it was very polished in terms of graphics, of VFX. There was some sound effects as well. I would want some variation in pitch for the sound effects, and the UI could also have been a little better to match more with the environment. So I'll rate it a 7 out of 10. And finally, our last developer, Amid. I just put these names in Google Translate from the languages, and I'm so sorry if I'm incorrect. A level 2 seller from Pakistan with the largest amount of reviews and with the biggest budget of $500 with a delivery time of about 2 weeks. We have a main menu here. We have an options and everything with SFX volume and music volume and a windowed mode. So already standards are way higher for me. Oh, there's even like a little transition here. Whoa, what if we press play here? Okay, that's a nice loading screen. Oh, we even have animations on our character, which I think it's the first game to do that. We have the health bar on the character. Okay, I like that. It uses a little sword instead of just shooting something. That's really cute, actually, and that mixes with the environment well. Even the UI is very, like, themed to the game. This is so cute, actually. Oh, these guys are fast. What the heck? They also have a little more variation in their movement. Ooh, whoa, okay. Now we have some variation in attacks. So it's just the first game to do that. So $500 budget. So let's periodically send out a spinning axe. Oh, see? Okay, now we have something rotating. Oh, that's really cool, actually. And the enemies die really cool. They have a blood splatter effect. My sword size. I would increase my sword size. Sorry. What if I get hit? Okay. I'm just so good, I can't get hit. Okay, now we have a dagger wherever I point. Oh, point is where your character is pointing. Okay, I thought that meant your mouse pointing. Let me pick up this health potion. Whoa, okay, it has an SFX. This is a little jarring, I'm not gonna lie. So I do wish when I get attacked that it would have done a screen shake or made it a little bit more obvious. But this is cool. It even has collision with the trees and the stuff in the environment. This is very solid. Oh my god, this guy. Ah! I think I need to collect more of these coins because I'm about to get like demolished here. This game I think is the best balanced out of the three. So I can already see it's incrementally getting harder, but I have more options for attack. The dagger was not a good choice in this occasion. Oh, that was cool though. Okay, drops hammers randomly from the sky. I'm curious to see what that does. Okay. Oh, very cool. Honestly, I feel like just with a little more polish, this could be a Steam game. Okay, so our graphics, 10 out of 10, guys. Come on. We have some world building in here. Everything mixes in pretty well. Even the UI does. The gameplay is also a 10 out of 10. We have a lot of different variations in attack. We have movement speed. We can increase the size, the damage, the rate of attack. Everything works perfectly. The waves work perfectly. This is the most balanced game out of the three. And for polish, I'll give it a 9 out of 10 because I do really like that the player, when they get hit, you don't really notice. There's no screen shake. There's nothing like that. But otherwise, everything was really good to a T. The menu, perfect. Transitions, beautiful. I think it's just really well done. And so far, this one is my favorite. The biggest budget one. Who would have guessed? So those were all of our sellers. They did an amazing job and definitely showed me that Godot is production ready. And it's just a matter of getting more experience in the engine and making more projects. Again, the links to all the freelancers are down in the description. And if you want to check out more cool, really cool actually, Fiverr challenges, you gotta click these two videos. One of them. Just click it. Click it.